Today we're going to talk about sensory bins. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the word sensory bin? I know what most of you are thinking. It's messy because it will have sand or water or goop. But today I am going to show you a few ideas for sensory bins that doesn't involve any mess. What are sensory bins anyway? First of all, well, we want to set up hands-on activities for the children so they can explore, and it's usually through our senses. So some of the benefits are of sensory play is that it can enhance fine motor skills if you want to, or using scissor cutting techniques, things like that, or lacing or picking things up with your pincer grasp type of things. For language, you're going to use, the words to describe the colors and what it feels like, if it's soft or if it's rough, that type of thing. And then we're going to be doing some cognitive tasks, like colors and shapes and forms and all kinds of stuff like that. The children are really interested. It'll help their attention span also, because they'll really be engaged in whatever they're doing. And it can, they'll be following simple directions. So let's start with a few ideas here. So the first one I have here, this is an empty Lysol wipe container that we filled it up with different things for touch, different textures. So this is a good one for a little baby or a toddler. So you just reach in and pull out whatever you find, and you can describe what they're pulling out or maybe what they'll hear. There's a nice long red ribbon. Or a really silky, smooth, soft scarf. You can rub it on their cheek. And let's see, my hand's a little bit bigger to get in there. Oh, here's a piece of fur. So anything you have around the house can be thrown in there. And there we go, it's empty. They can put it all back in again and have fun just pulling it all back out. So there's my first one. Now, let's see. Here's another baby one that I've done. So this one here is a picture frame, and it's also textures for a baby to discover. So I've glued some pom-poms for the softness, or sandpaper for the grittiness. And over here, it's just nice and smooth and it's shiny. And this one here is for sound. So this one, you can leave it as it is, but you can also change out very easily what you put in. So I've glued these are just some paper straws. And you can rub your fingers over, or just corrugated cardboard, some tin foil in a bowl, or elastic band. So these are just a few ideas for a baby who is sitting on the floor and doesn't move around very much, so they can have fun with this one. In here, I have all kinds of things, but I have used only 3 colors. So I have the primary colors, your yellow, red, and blue, and you can ask the child or children to pick out all the red things. So they can pick out all the red things. And here again is texture, and you can find just whatever's in your house. And they just pick out, see, magnetic letters, little blocks, I have these are plastic pebbles, buttons. These are just the little clips they have for the babies. And you can also get the kids to, as they're putting away toys, ask them to pick out all the red toys or all the blue toys, and then they can help you to get a sensory bin set up for them. Now, this one. I've taped some animals to a tray. Now, kids love tape, so they can either just pull out the tape off the tape if they're, for the toddlers, or if you have children who need to practice their scissor skills, they can cut out the animals. So there's your fine motor skills that are being put to good use. In this one, as you can see, you can use any type of container to set up your sensory bin. This is just a little bit of crinkle paper, and I've cut up some little pipe cleaners and twisted them up so they can kind of make you think they're worms, and pretend this is a bird, or if you have a little bird puppet and they have to use a clothespin to pick up the worms to feed a bird, and they have to go in there and find them all, and then they usually like to dump them out and start over again. There we go. Now the last tray that I've prepared, this one has a few ideas on it. So I have a muffin tin and some pom-poms, and we can sort by color. So I'll take all the purple ones. I have a little set of tongs, and we can put in all the purple ones. And if you have a little one who's quite not yet ready to use that, you can use a spoon and be able to scoop the pom-poms in there. Sometimes I'll do one row in one color, or children love tubes, so we can just fill up the tube, or a paper towel tube, and just put in all of the pom-poms. If you have a smaller tube, they'll get stuck in there, and then the kids have to be able to either push them out through this way. They can use the back of a spoon, go through and push them all out. And they can also count them. Like I said, put them in by color. So these are some ideas of how to set up sensory play in your home to use with the children, and not have any mess, which is what I'm usually known for. So we're just keeping it a little bit quieter and tamer for everyone out there. Thank you.